Hey everybody, you're watching GladraP YouTube channel.
Jimmy trains 24/7, like, and he's never been out of the gym since he was a kid, so that's the difference. And Dennis can't say that. So Jimmy's a young guy; he's in his mid-20s, 25, and Dennis is in 33 years of age. So Dennis can't, Dennis can't come back and say, "Oh, I've been in the gym since I was a kid," because he hasn't been. We all know he hasn't been. So we all know the things that he's been up to in his past and got up to in his past. But that's the past. But Jimmy's been in the gym from day one.
As you say, this checkered past with Dennis, no matter how much he's tried to make up for it, it's going to catch up with him because your guy's younger and he has been a pretty pure life. You reckon it does make it comes down to sometimes those.
Yeah, of course it is. Like he's not lived. No matter what he says now, like he's not lived the life, like all the way through. He's gone off the bandwagon. And at the end of the day, like he's come through that and he's done really well to get himself where he's got. So you've got to give him credit for that. But Jimmy's been in the gym since day. Of course it has. No matter what he says, if you've abused your body, like there's no way in the world that you cannot be. You not get to the set. He's a fit lad. Do you know what I mean? He trains really hard, but at the end of the day, there's no way in the world that he can. And his body at his age, and he's been abused, as we know. Like there's no way in the world that he can be in the same condition as a young lad who's never been out of the gym. Like never gets drained, tired, or fatigued. Never. He's got a mentality that's as strong as I've seen. Like, and he's just going to continuously keep coming. Dennis can't say all that. No matter what he says, he's banking on certain things from what he's seeing. But the reality is, when the bell rings, he's going to see a whole different thing.
I've always lived clean. I never took shortcuts. Since the age of 4, my dad was a fighter, and that's all I've done. I've never done anything else. And I'm young now. I'm fresh. I'm coming into my peak. I just think it's my time.
He's going to be in for a big fucking shock, do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, he's looking at Jimmy like, whatever it is, like he's not on his level or not, like he's above his level. If you look at them as a fighter, Jimmy's a much better fighter than him. He's got a better game, more all round. Dennis can't punch for shit, do you know what I mean? So he ain't going to be able to like chop Jimmy down and stop him to the top like he says and all that stuff. So, but he's not really like the most technical, is he? You know what I mean? He's a tough fighter, but technically, he's not the best. No matter how good he thinks he is, he's not the best technically. I think Jimmy's going to stop him, yeah. I don't think it. If Jimmy does everything like we plan, I don't think he'll go past 5 or 6 rounds. As long as we get a clean run of the card, I think like he'll go for 5 or 6 rounds at the most.
And I see a masterclass from me. I genuinely do.
A masterclass?
I see a masterclass from me. I'm going to put on a masterclass. And everything that Dennis thinks is his strengths, that's going to be a downfall in this fight.
Why are you so confident? Why do you think you're going to put on a masterclass? What makes you so good?
Just from what I've seen, and I know, like I said before, I can make adjustments in a fight. I've made adjustments, and I've had fights where I've had to make adjustments and I've come through on top. And I just think at this level, you've got to make adjustments.
Okay. Is it a bit arrogant to say that you're going to put on a masterclass? Because obviously he is one step above you, but is that... He's going to call you arrogant, no?
Not on paper, but I'm just being honest. You've asked me what I thought, and I said, I think I put on a masterclass. He's a good fighter. He is a very good fighter, but I'm just confident in my ability. I'm confident in the work that I've done, and I just think it's my time to shine now. He trains with Jeff Horn, and hats off Jeff Horn. Got a get out of jail free card when he fought Manny Pacquiao, in my opinion. And so I thought you were going to say something there.
Yeah, no.
In my opinion, I don't think he won. But obviously, hats off to Jeff Horn. He's got his dream of being a world champion, but is he?
You don't think Jeff Horn deserved that title?
I don't think he won the fight against Manny Pacquiao. I don't, and that's no disrespect to Jeff Horn. That's just me being 100% honest, and I'm entitled to my opinion. I just don't think he won that fight.
No, we're not. He ain't come here for no reason. We come here to win, and obviously he's going to win. There's no two ways about it. Like they're 100% confident in the fight. There's been a lot of talk, been a lot of banter going on social media. All fun really, but Dennis seems to be a little bit biting to a few things for some reason. But it's not personal. It's boxing, isn't it? It's both lads selling the show, and when the bell rings on fight night, we'll see. Like the Irish thing, they kept referring to like Jimmy's Irish. You know what I mean? He's born in England. His dad's born in Ireland, moved over to England, and I just don't understand that. I understand if he was born there and such, but. You know what I mean? He's still Jimmy's proud. He's Irish. He's got an Irish passport, and he's proud of his Irish heritage. They've got a massive family in Ireland, and Jimmy's dad's always in Ireland as well, like, and so that was a bit laughable. 'Cause it's like he was trying to continuously like throw that in, you know, like, but it was like overkill, you know what I mean? It's like, all right, you've said it once or twice, let it go now, find something else to come with, like, you know what I mean? But
to push a little button, you know.
Try and push a button, but it didn't, because it just like it didn't make sense. So it's not something that's, you know, like Jimmy's like looked at with any offence. So it didn't make sense. But obviously he must have thought he did, because Jimmy was writing back. But you know, the Irish passport, his dad's Irish, and you know, that's it, innit? Dennis can look at anything that he wants to look at, but Jimmy's pedigree's been there from a kid. You know, he's been in the cage. Jimmy's had cage fights as well. If you go on YouTube, they're on there when he's 13 fighting 17-year-olds, and he won all them as well. So you talk about a kid that can fight. Do you know what I mean? Everybody can box too.
Could be a masterclass, you think?
Boxing's about levels, and like I said before, I give credit to Dennis for what he's done. You know, and he has done really well. He's a tough guy, but he's not technically on the same level as Jimmy. You know, he can't outfight Jimmy. And technically, there's a big difference in levels, and it's going to be very evident on the fight night. There's only one winner in this fight, and I've only ever thought from day one when I watched and studied Dennis that the fight won't or shouldn't go past 5-6 rounds.
You firmly believe?
Yeah. I think after a couple of rounds, it's just going to be one-way traffic.
Just because they're in, eh? I've got one. Yeah.
Right side on the inside. You bring your elbows up a little bit. Yeah, that's right. Just look over there. That's great. Can I get you to squat down like this for one? Is that possible?
Now silent, people start waking up in Manchester. Yeah.